It's entertainment time here at the Hangout.
I'm just trying to bring a little culture to the group.
It could totally use a friendly hangout.
So,
Yep, back in the day, baby.
it's the culture, Daryl. Good hangout.
Whatever.
All right, welcome back, guys, to another Wednesday, another hangout with the Hangout Culture. We are here. I am David. To my right, we have our Jurassic Geronimo, jambalaying James.
No.
Yeah, that's James. That's my intro for James. That's all the J's I could come up with.
Was there a single J in there?
Maybe. And then over
Jurassic.
across the way, we have our fantastic, tiny, phenomenal, tiramisu loving floor Tom over there.
Should we
Trying
leave
to
it
go with
in?
the F's and T's.
Tiramisu. Damn.
Yep, that's David. That's why I don't do intros. And I don't really care. So, for this intro, well, I guess I'll say first and foremost, if you guys would like to support this podcast, the best way to do so is to subscribe and like the videos on this channel that you're watching right now. Greatly appreciated. Also, comment. We want to start some conversations with you guys based on what we end up unraveling on this podcast.
Instagram.
Yes, and the new Instagram, the Hangout Culture on Instagram. Tom is doing a great job keeping everybody updated on the clips as well as doing polls on the post. So we are all about feedback, so we'd love to hear what you guys think.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm James, the Jurassic James,
The Jurassic James. Yes,
the
that's
old dinosaur you see before you.
mine. You are the only one with grays.
I know. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one showing
You're-
my hair right now.
You're
too.
prehistoric.
That's what I sound like when I wake up. That's very accurate. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so we're gonna do like a mini like week update, but most importantly, we're gonna do a pizza review to start this episode. If you did not know, if you look back into our episode history or YouTube history, I guess,
Yeah.
with video uploads, we had a very long series of pizza reviews. We always reviewed a barbecue chicken pizza or a barbecue style pizza.
Yeah, the only stipulation was that it had to be barbecue.
Right.
So
that was
be
it.
Whatever meat, whatever cheeses, we left it up to wherever we went. It just
Yeah.
had to be a barbecue pizza.
Yeah. And we went to like, 13 or 14 places in Ohio trying to find the best barbecue
Decent
pizza.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this all came about when we were doing our documentary, which will come out later this year, about regenerative farming and just like the tremendous amount of benefits you can get from your health to your community from that, all that. It's going to be great. But there was one place, were we in Seattle when
Yeah.
we had this pizza?
Yeah.
And we just went to this random place for pizza. We got their barbecue chicken pizza, and we both swore it was the best pizza we've ever had.
Yeah.
And then I think 2 days later, because we were in Seattle for a while, we were like, let's go to this place again, because why not? It's amazing.
Yep.
And we got their chicken bacon ranch pizza.
Yep.
And
Yep.
dude, yeah, no.
This place was doing it right on all
so
accords.
good.
It like wasn't even like our favorite barbecue pizza. It was like our favorite pizza we've ever had, period.
Yeah.
Like it was that good. And it kind of instigated this, oh, well, both of us really enjoy barbecue pizzas, and we were trying to think of like content videos to do. And we're like, well, let's just do pizza reviews.
Yeah, we just reviewed barbecue
Yeah.
pizza. So, long story short, we have a bunch of these barbecue pizza reviews. It was really fun. We do like a little deep dive into every place we go, whether it's a chain or local, and we love all the local ones. Number one, spoiler alert. Yes, and you can look at these videos on our YouTube. The our favorite one of all time was Merriman Valley Pizza.
Yeah,
We
shout out
both
to
share
Merriman
that.
Valley.
Shouts out Merriman Valley Pizza. And we did some like totally baked pizza. That's another local one. We did places like Domino's and Pizza Hut. We tried their barbecue pizzas, but we like to like compare all the pizzas to one another. And obviously, like, local was the beat by far. Like
Yeah.
they beat everyone by far.
Oh yeah, and one of my favorite parts about Merriman Valley, it's actually a part 1, part 2 on this channel because we sat down with the owner and had a full interview with him. He had a near-death experience that was similar to mine, and I really wanted to reach out and talk to him, and since then have gone back and revisited, and he remembers us and has been like, he gave some support for the podcast. He's like, I like what you guys are doing. This is great. I listen. So definitely
awesome.
shout out to Merriman Valley.
Dude, their pizza is like no joke. It's the best. Their barbecue sauce, the taste was just so unique and flavorful. And then not to mention just how fresh their ingredients was just so phenomenal, dude.
And
their dough was just like cake almost. It was like that kind of texture. It was just phenomenal.
And their origin story is that they started out as a barbecue food truck. So like their origin is in barbecue.
Deep in barbecue, yeah.
So we lucked out. We didn't know that going in.
Right.
And through sitting down with him, talking with him, and then he made us a pizza that was, spoiler alert, but still go watch. Trust me. It was a split. Half of it was one of the menu items that you could find, and the other half he kind of put together.
One was
for
brisket,
us.
and I think one was chicken, and they both had different barbecue sauces.
Oh,
it was really good.
So good. We did that review in the rain.
Yeah, in the rain. It was raining, and there was like bugs all over the place, but it was like the best pizza I've ever had. I wish it was under better conditions, but we still were just. Again, if you have time, like I think they're worth watching these barbecue pizza reviews. We try to get down to the bottom of like who in Ohio is the best barbecue pizza. So this is another one. This is a live barbecue pizza review.
Yeah.
All right, so I went and got this pizza right before this podcast, and it's from Deluxe Pizza. So. It's just a random pizza place by us. I mean,
Right.
it's literally like a stone throw away. And when I went on their website, it seemed very generic. Their website, nothing very unique about it. I went to their About section, and still there was nothing unique about it. They said they were in our local community for a while. I think on the bottom paragraph, they said they've been in our local community and to support local things, but it all seemed pretty generic.
Is it Deluxe?
Yeah, Deluxe Pizza. And then, so I saw they had a barbecue chicken pizza, and I ordered it for the podcast for us to review. And I went there, and the guy was like super nice, and I got the pizza. I also got breadsticks with it, and the breadsticks were super, super buttery to the point where like it was like seeping out of the box onto the pizza box, which was underneath it.
Yeah.
And but the breadsticks were really good. I had one, and it was very, very buttery. But who doesn't love like buttery breadsticks? So I don't. There's no points knocked off for that. We're not reviewing the breadsticks, but they were very buttery, and they kind of seeped into the pizza. The pizza swirl, we're a big proponent of a good swirl. Was spot on.
Yes.
The chicken looked great. There was like char on it. Onions looked very look cooked. The guy was nice when he gave me the pizza, so I have high hopes for this Deluxe pizza. So with that being said, let's dig in and give it a score 1 out of 10.
It definitely did have that like textbook picturesque look.
It looked good.
Expect. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say when I saw like the box opened and the little like video that we just played that James took, first impression was this pizza looks like we're gonna really like it. They did the swirl with the barbecue sauce. It almost looked like a machine did it. It was almost like too perfect of a swirl. But gave me kind of like what you said though, just
my first bite.
High hopes for this one. So we'll see how it measures up.
I'm chewing my second bite right now, ladies and gentlemen, for those listening. It's good. Their crust also looked very fluffy. Like a breadstick that David likes if you watch those videos.
Yes, it definitely appeared fluffier.
I'm going to give my score right now because it just popped in my head after my second bite. I'm going to give this an 8 too. I really enjoyed this. I thought all the ingredients were fresh tasting. The barbecue sauce wasn't overwhelming, but it had a rich flavor that you didn't need a whole lot of it to like really, pack a punch. The chicken was good. It wasn't chewy whatsoever. I haven't had the crust, but it doesn't really look like very flavorful. So that kind of knocked off like a couple little 0.4, 0.5.
Spot on there.
So yeah, I think I said like 8.2 or 8.3, something like 8.2.
8.2 for you.
8.2. That feels right.
I'm gonna vary slightly from that. So The chicken good. Onions actually good. Cooked, they have a little bit of like a almost like a burn to them, but like a toasty flavor to them, I guess I would say. The crust, very underwhelming. Even though fluffy, just didn't have a whole lot of flavor to it. So overall, I think this pizza is like just above average. So for me, I'm gonna go a 7.4. Yeah, 7.4.
You're always a harsher critic.
Yeah, I think you really have to stand out. I love the barbecue swirl, so like that helps it a little bit too. But overall, the crust through and through didn't scream anything special to me.
Yeah.
And we've had such like knockout pizzas.
Yeah. Like Ohio Pie, JJ's Pizza. Things that like people that do like a different take on the crust that really appreciate the crust.
And this seems to be a local place, so it should have something stand out like that. I would be like, oh yeah, no, that's a Deluxe.
No,
pizza.
you're right. I want to change mine to a 7. I've never done this before.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to change it to a 7.9. You're right. You know what?
Tom, be the breaker. Where do you?
Let me have one more little bit of this crust because I did have a little bit, but let me have one more bit of this crust. But I think it's honestly a 7.
This is what happens when you do a live review. James ends up changing his score.
No,
7.9 official.
the crust is basic. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just if the crust was there, 8.2 all day.
Yeah. No, that would really, for me, because I've only been on. This isn't my first choice of type of pizza. So,
How dare you, Tom? You know where the door is. The same one you came in.
No, we need someone to produce. Stay there, Tom.
But yeah, stay there. Check our cameras.
I got it. Yeah.
Check our levels, Tom.
But so like it's a pretty average crust as far as everything else is really good. I'd still get it again. I think a little bit extra punch in the crust would set it above. But I mean, I'm gonna go with you guys. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I'll go at 8. I think 8's good.
Not a bad score,
barrier, huh?
More than like what
terrible.
chains are like in the 6s and 7s, like low 7s.
Yeah.
Like Domino's, Pizza Hut.
Yeah, and
Hungry
then,
Howie's
or lower. I mean,
Hungry Howie's was like in the 6s.
Yeah, they get pretty low when
Yeah.
So
we don't want to spoil all the scores.
yeah, you got to go back and watch them.
Yeah, they're fun. We have a different theme for each one too.
Yeah, we had a good time
Yeah.
with the pizza reviews. This is definitely taking the place of doing content videos, but we're hoping as our audience grows and we can dedicate more time to the podcast that in the future we'll have like a Patreon of some sort where you can find more beer reviews, pizza reviews, funny
Content
videos.
like we went to the batting cages and we had like a little competition with batting cages.
Yeah, and it'd be similar like how we foreshadowed last week with the paintball competition. Like that could potentially be something that would make like a Patreon type thing. So we're definitely still interested in making content videos. It's just with the time that we have right now. This is
Wedding season coming up. We still have to finish this documentary. We're hired for another mini documentary.
Trust me, folks, the plate is full.
It's pretty full. Yeah, we're as busy as we want to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so
To wash down that pizza.
yes, with pizza you need beer.
Yes, they go hand in hand like cigarettes and coffee, right?
If you say so.
Peanut butter and jelly. Maybe I should use a different one.
Yeah, describe. David brought the beers, and
Yeah.
the can is beautiful. I love the can.
Yeah, so the can is definitely what sold me at first, and I didn't know who brewed this. So twisting the can around, realizing that it was Thirsty Dog, right here in Akron, Ohio, just probably 2 miles away from my house, actually. And it's their Kendall Lake Kolsch. So if I'm not drinking dark beers, so like my favorite beer style is an Imperial Stout. If I'm not drinking that, I'm going to a Hefeweizen or a Kolsch. So I think this will be a good lighter beer. It's only 5% ABV.
So Kolsch's are lighter?
Yes, Kolsch's are lighter. It's another lager. So think of, I mean, just saying it's a lager. It's in the lager family. So a Kolsch, it just is to me a little bit crispier on the flavor. Offers really good. Really, it's my summer go-to. So like sitting by the pool, I'll drink a Kolsch instead of an IPA. It's not quite as hoppy.
Yeah, it does look light, but it looks a little darker than a light. It looks like a shade darker than a light.
Yeah, compared to like a light lager. Is that what you're referring to?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a craft beer first and foremost, so it definitely has more flavor. And Kendall Lake is actually a lake here in Ohio. That, oh man, Tom, you've shot there before. I'm trying to think of exactly. Is that more so down in like Canton area?
Peninsula, Richfield area.
Okay, so opposite.
Yeah,
north.
Ohio, folks.
Yeah, it's in the Chagrin Valley National Parks.
Okay.
They have a lake. I've walked trails there last summer. I know they have ledges and rock climbing around there. I was at a wedding there last summer. Real nice.
See, I want to say that we've done a wedding there, but I can't recall where we would or who we would have been.
I might have done an engagement shoot there.
But like James said, the can has like a picture of the lake that wraps around the entire
It's
can.
very pretty. It's a very pretty can.
With very limited like typography on the front outside of the beer name itself and the ABV.
Well, it says a park for all people, Cuyahoga Valley National Park, established in 1974. This is in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park?
Yeah, which
because it's huge. We actually have a huge national park in Ohio.
It's enormous. I don't think that like it's one Alex and I both really love going to national parks across America. And one thing that we always take for granted is the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. It's one of the biggest, and the amount of people that actually come in and tourists. Like, I think it was just a couple years ago that we were like the number 2 or 3 most visited national park in the country. And like when you think about it compared to like the Grand Canyon or Acadia up in Maine or like some of these bigger, I mean Yellowstone, like we were right up there with them as far as the amount of people entering the park. So I don't know, I always take it for granted, but we've got a hell of a national park right here in our backyard.
True. And to that I say cheers. Thanks for bringing the beers.
Cheers.
And this glass is actually from my grandma. This is one of her like vintage glasses. And when my dad saw these, he was like, "Where'd you get those?" And I was like, "Grandma's."
I like the shape of it. I like how it kind of like curves out towards the top.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's less than original.
It reminds me a little bit behind me. I don't think I've ever brought it up, but Ohio does the Ohio Pint Day once a year. And I've got all the years from 2021 on sitting behind me. And they do a different glass shape for every year. And I would love it if they did one similar to James's glass with like the smaller bottom that curves out to a
it's definitely older style,
larger mouth style. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm gonna try this myself.
This beer is really good. It has like so many more notes than what I thought it would have. You know what I mean? Because most light beers only have like kind of one kind of note, but this this is very flavorful for light beer.
And I still feel like the lightness of it. Like I feel like I could drink a couple of these. Like it's not too
easy.
flavorful that I would get overwhelmed by.
It's not as flavorful as like a shandy, but it like almost rides that line of just like being like a good summer, pick me up beer. That's light. Yeah,
and
I like
it's
that.
Only 5%, so you can like actually drink them all day compared to the like 8 or 9% other like Imperial IPAs. And stuff like
I was wondering. I'm like, am I gonna get to that second beer this episode? But I'm like, I'm gonna get to that second beer this episode. You know it. I will.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
we always get funky on the second episode.
This is a back to back. So with that being said, do we want to do we have like a little bit of recap? I could recap a little bit, and then go into a topic if we want to do that.
Yeah.
Or
let's do that.
if you want to recap more. I know I had a bunch of recaps on the last episode and didn't get to all of them.
Yeah, no, I'd say go for it.
But I just have one thing. It's really one thing.
Actually, hold on one second.
That's new, I guess.
We have to get Tom's opinion of this beer.
Oh yeah, Tom.
Tom, you didn't weigh in at all on
our citrus,
the flavor of this delicious location-based can-styled painting. The camera angle's on you right now. Everyone's seeing what's going on. I'm trying to stall for Tom. Oh, he's got to watch it. Oh, he has to try it.
He's our serenading citrus sir of the shores.
I like his glass with the gold rim. Like it's a pour level. Like
that's a Caesar's Palace glass right there. Caesar's Palace.
That's great. I like that glass. Well done. Shout out Caesar Palace.
So, yeah.
Why did that take forever?
I just put more.
You put like half a piece of pizza in your mouth.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna hurry up and finish this while they're talking about something. I don't know. Yeah, but it's good.
I'm gonna finish my pizza now while Tom's talking.
I immediately have a certain thought when I hear like light beer or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I kind of had a thought of what it was going to taste like, and it had more depth than that. It wasn't like the normal beer. It's got, like I said, there's a few different flavors to it. It's not as like flavorful as like, you know, you brought up the shandy, so that was kind of my first comparison by like color and everything. But I think it's a solid, decent beer, like an all around kind of summer. I feel like this is something I'd be having while I was mowing the grass type of deal.
Yeah. One of these times, I'm going to bring you guys in a like black IPA or a Schwarzbier, because they're pitch black beers that are light. And
Didn't we have that for the Christmas special? Didn't I buy you one or gift you one? You unwrapped one?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't I don't think it wasn't like a black IPA or Schwarzbier. I did reference to it because it was a darker beer that did taste.
It wasn't
light.
like 5%, but it was a super dark beer. And I drank it. I'm like, oh my God. Like I was expecting something thick and dark.
Right.
But it wasn't. Now, but that wasn't a Schwarzer or whatever you said?
No, a Schwarzbier or a black IPA. Those are two styles that I haven't introduced you guys to, at least on the podcast.
So what beer was that? The one that I drank that I was like, this doesn't taste like a dark beer, but it's like pitch black.
I thought it was an amber ale or like a.
It might have been, but that was dark. I mean, that was
Well,
amber.
some ambers get real dark.
Okay.
Like
Well, that
they're
was dark.
depending on. I mean, there's like the regulation or whatever of a beer style. There's a lot of room to play within. So like. It is loosely saying that like a beer style should be a certain color, but you have a window of colors to work within. So like you can have a really dark amber ale or you can have a really light amber ale. But
Yeah, it was just like black though.
Yeah. They can get real fun with things, but like black IPAs specifically are some of my favorite because it tastes like you're drinking an IPA with the ever so slightest deeper, as Tom loves the most, mouthfeel.
I knew you were gonna say that. Damn it,
So it's
Tom!
not,
I owe you $10.
but
I'll Venmo it to you. He said mouthfeel.
but it does have like similar to this where you get more of a lighter flavor profile. And a black IPA has more hops involved. This has very tame hops involved.
Well, watch that Christmas episode. You know, make your own judgment. It was very dark, but it tasted light. And I forget exactly what beer it was. It might have been the one that you've never had. It was the last one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of exactly which one that was. Let us know in the comments. Watch back and let us know how silly we are for not remembering.
All right. So I'm going to get to my one. Tom,
Yes,
Tom?
go for it. Oh.
I just kept laughing because you said black IPA, and all I could
That's what I had the same thought. I mean, like black eyed peas. Tom, monetization. We need to talk over this part so we don't get demonetized.
Jeez, Tom.
Not demonetized, but copywritten.
I turned off the internet.
All right. Tom unplugged the internet. Thank God. All right, Tom. Make sure the hamster's on the wheel, and then that should power up the internet again. Okay. Get that hamster back.
How
on the
does
wheel.
the soundboard play a full-blown song? That's ridiculous.
I thought it was just going to be a quick blah, blah, blah.
Give us one line, and then we're done. We'd all catch the reference, soundboard.
You could have been like, let's, and then we got it.
Yeah. That's great.
I'm gonna play the whole verse.
All right, go with
Okay.
your recap. That'll lead
Well,
us
it's
to
not a
the topic.
recap. It's just what me and my fiance have been doing recently. That it's pretty funny.
Okay. Way to set it up.
No, it's nothing weird like that. But we've been watching this YouTube guy called Hollow.
Okay.
And what he does is, and we like horror movies and like suspenseful movies, thrillers and stuff like that. But what he does is he plays horror games. They're like ultra realistic.
Like Saw style?
Like video games.
Oh.
Yeah, he'll play horror realistic video games.
Like Red Redemption? Or...
No, these are actual, like, you're like the main character in like a horror sequence, right?
Okay.
So one of the ones that we just watched, which was really interesting, was this like young lady got a job at this new school, and she was moving away from the city, and she was renting this house out, but the house looked like it was still like lived in, and like the landlord, like you could keep pulling up your phone and like answering texts, and it was like it would be a landlord, and like the landlord was pretty sketchy, like, oh, I won't be there, but the keys are under here. I had to go, and then you get to the house and it still looked like it was like lived in, and the whole time like weird things are happening and you're interacting with your environment, and you find out that someone's like still in the house or whatever, and it's just like. It's like a horror movie, but you're kind of watching this guy like navigate the space and choose these decisions, and you're like, oh my god, like you're catching things that the guy's not catching. Like that doll just turned her head, and yeah. And there's oh man, I'm getting chills. Oh, I'm scared. I think it's just so funny. Instead of watching like something on Netflix or whatever, we're watching like this guy on YouTube play these horror games, and they're like each one of his uploads is about like an hour to an hour and a half. So it's like this like mini movie. And it goes through like the whole arc of the game, and he completes every game, and so you get the you get the payoff at the end, but you get to like go through it with him, and it's just I don't know. I thought it was funny. The YouTuber's name I don't know if I mentioned it, is Hollow, so I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't even. I mean, I've heard of like certain VR games that might be like that, but I didn't even know there was like a market. For
there's
them.
jump scares like when you're looking like. You could your mouse could be pointed one way, and then like you're like, all right, I have to like look behind me, and then you look behind me and there's like a jump scare. There's a big this is Hollow. So an ultra realistic horror game set on an abandoned moon base. So he just goes through these different, and they're all very different concepts and different developers.
That's 4 hours.
Yeah, that one's
long.
4 hours. Yeah, these are long. So you can scroll down all the ones that we watched. So one of them is Welcome to a Quiet Town in Ashburg. Working late for the holidays. That was a horror game that was all centered around a motel owner.
So is this like watching somebody play Resident Evil or something?
No,
like
it's kind of different than that.
Resident Evil.
This is just supposed to be a cinematic horror. It's a cinematic horror.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like a shoot 'em up, shoot 'em combo.
Right.
Combo points.
There's no object. It's more of a thinker. Like it's not an objective based. Like you need to kill the bad guy.
Yeah. It's like kind of puzzle based. You kind of have to figure out these things, but it's all like you're just like clicking and pointing at things.
Huh.
So I just thought that was like an interesting way of like how we kind of like wind down at night, like relax. We're just watching this guy go through this crazy horror game. So that was, I guess, my only update really.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of that. I remember when like Twitch like first got big and people were like fans of watching other people play video games, and I was never like I never really understood that, but I also can assimilate it with watching like sports highlights where there's certain, I was a big Call of Duty player, and there's certain like highlight videos where it's like, holy crap, like that's great. Like one of the ones that really pops into my mind is the throwing knife. I don't know if you guys ever played Call of Duty, but like there's plenty of kill cams, like the last kill where it shows like the slow motion kill where like dude will jump off a building and spin 3 times and then throw a throwing knife across the map and it kills someone. And I've always thought those were interesting, but it gave me a little bit of insight into like actually watching someone play a video game being entertaining. And I don't know, I was never...
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of like Twitch or watching people play video games, but this is almost like you're watching. It's almost like a horror movie. It's like a new horror movie that we can watch.
But like Hollow commentates over it.
Oh,
right?
he's like this he's a very, very small circle in the top right corner.
Right, but he's like still like talking while you're going through.
But what's really
that's what makes it entertaining, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're gonna watch him instead of just.
But what's most endearing about Hollow is he looks exactly like my friend Brian. He looks, sounds, dresses exactly like my good friend Brian, and it's, I don't know, and Jessica agrees, and it's just funny to almost like have one of our friends be up there because he's like almost identical to Brian. It's bizarre. It's kind of bizarre, but yeah, he just he doesn't add too much. He adds like, with the jump scares, he actually like freaks out. But he adds like this fun little commentary. He doesn't do too much, which is perfect. And we both agree, and we both really like watching his videos and like kind of nerding out and freaking out on these suspenseful horror video games that I need to start playing more of.
Yeah, no, that's fun. That's real fun. Yeah, I guess the only like even slight update, I kind of brought it up a little bit off hair, but like one of the shows that Alex and I are watching, like it reminded me when you said winding down at night. We're watching the show called Yellow Jackets that is about a girls' soccer team that was in a plane crash and left on this, like without giving anything away,
Is this a true story?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. But they're left in the woods, and it's kind of a story going through them surviving, and then they do like flash forwards to a couple of them because like their show's keeping it a secret who all survives, so like you only see a couple of the characters in the future kind of dealing with similar problems that they experienced while they were out in the wilderness. And my sister actually is the one who turned us on to the show, and we didn't realize that there was another season released, so we're going back and watching the latest season now, and it is just a great show. Slightly longer episodes. I think they're like 45 minutes to an hour, but really
92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's got a really, really good storyline.
I've heard of it. I've never
recommend.
watched it. I think my fiance has, but I've never watched it.
I think it's on Paramount, if I'm remembering correctly. I think that's where you can find it. But yeah, so we've just been watching that. We haven't made our way through the last season, but things are getting real exciting.
Nice.
So yeah, that might be my only update. Tom, do you have anything for us update related for this week?
Anything to share with the class?
Night.
Not that I can think of. I know I had to get an oil change on my car. James, have you had to get an oil change?
Yeah, thank you, Tom, for that brilliant segue. So I did get an oil change today. Thank you, Tom.
So subtle, Tom. How'd you know?
How serendipitous of that.
Jeez.
Wow. Okay.
So fancy. You bring
All
up
right, boys.
oil changes, and here we all three need one.
All right.
Goes
So
along with the Venezuela topic.
Yeah, that's when you should have brought it up.
yeah. So no, I was getting an oil change today. Thank you, Tom. On my 2011 Kia Soul. I love you, man.
That will last until 2070.
Yeah.
Got us around Cleveland quite a bit.
Shouts out my 2011 Kia Soul. I love you, bro.
We actually need to have like a very, very much like a funeral for your car.
Shut up. What are you talking about? Funeral, dude.
I'm talking
What,
20
still breathing.
what the hell?
2070. We'll still be around. I'm giving
2070?
it another 50 years. If that car lasts 50 years, that's lived one hell of a life, James. I'm just saying when it goes, we need to like hold a service or something because that thing has been through quite a bit.
Oh, it actually had a good day the other day because, like I said, I got an oil change. I also got it at a car wash. I detailed it inside. My nephew, my little nephew, my godson, I love him. For 2 years in a row, he got me this cloth that you wipe off the interior of your car with for my Christmas present. Same gift this year too as it was last year. But but the whole point of this was to remind me of something. It was a question that, when I get my car oil changed, I'm lucky enough to be able to drive it there and be able to walk home. This dude runs up, shouts out Premier Auto Service. Phenomenal dude that runs his own shop. It's just him. He's a great dude. I looked it up and he had like over 100, nothing but 5-star reviews.
Yeah. Gotta love that.
Yeah. And you know right away exactly why that is. Like I go in there, we shoot this for like 15 or 20 minutes every time I drop my car off and pick it up. Yeah. He's just a great dude. And that's why I still have my car and feel confident with it because he knows he's like a doctor. He knows exactly what I want to do with it. Like I just want to.
Those are the people that know the most.
Yeah,
like, the people that are actually proud of their work and especially in the mechanic realm. I mean, that's all you need. It's not.
Having a guy like him is like it's tough to get, but when you have someone like that,
like I always gave my brother and sister when they would take their car to like Conrad's for any of their like
I hate
mechanic issues.
Sorry, I hate Conrad's.
Like if their car had like if you're getting an oil change, I'm a little more lenient. You can take your car wherever you can oil change. But when they would have like an issue with their car, that's where they were taking it. And I was like, oh my god, that's like the worst place that you could go for an actual mechanic. Like find the mom and pop shop on the corner that doesn't look like they do a lot of business, but they know
they want to get your trust and they want to do every single oil change you'll have. Exactly. And then if something comes up, they'll let you know, but they just want you to keep coming
and
back.
They'll be honest. They'll do like the whole full car sweep and tell you exactly what's wrong and what you don't necessarily need replaced right away that you can go a little bit longer with because they understand like the whole affordability. They're not just trying to break the bank account every time someone stops in and get them for the most money they can.
Right.
So.
Shop local. That's what we
shop
always
local.
say.
Yeah. This guy, I could actually go on and on about this guy. He's just phenomenal. I literally could talk probably about 20 or 25 more minutes about how much amazing stuff this guy's done for me, which is, again, why I'm driving a 2011 Kia Soul and feel pretty good about it. He's awesome. But anyway, that's not even the point of this. The point is, I drop my car off there and I walk back home. And while I'm walking, I'm thinking about things. And
as most people do.
yeah, well, most people, usually people are distracted with their phones or whatever, but I try to just live in the moment. And I thought about this question that really intrigued me. I don't know where it came from. It was just kind of like, just came to me, this weird question.
Came from the muse.
Yeah, it might have been. So it's just a question. You guys can answer it and we can discuss it. But okay, so would you rather? This is a would you rather question, and I don't know where this came from, but I thought this was really interesting, and I actually made a note of it in my phone.
Okay.
But I don't need it because I still remember it. Would you rather know what age you're going to die, and from today on not age at all until then? Or would you rather keep it the same and be not know what age you're going to die, but then age?
This is not how my oil change went.
No, this was what I was thinking of when I dropped my car off. So do you know what I'm saying? The more I thought about it, the more I'm like, this is really interesting because it's not black and white. I couldn't jump to one or the other when I was critically thinking about it.
So for me, the whole looking older and aging like that doesn't really bother me. I'm fine with aging.
But imagine what you could do being young until you're 80. You know what I mean?
I'm
or in your 30s until you're 80.
But I'm experience based, so I think that there's a
what I was
different
thinking
experience when you're older that you would only have by aging. But I am a ignorance is bliss doesn't ride with me. I would rather know everything. So that's my only hang
Well,
up.
then you'd have a benefit with knowing.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's my hang up. I wouldn't be doing, if I were to decide to know, it wouldn't be because I'd want to stay young, because that doesn't really have too much of a draw for me. But knowing when I would die would
be a drawback. It would be a drawback.
Okay, but even with
right?
even with my personal experience with roofing and falling off a roof, if I knew the age I was going to die, I probably would have taken that entire experience way different. I would have been
die, obviously.
But I would have gone back to roofing knowing that I had an extra 50 years. If I knew I wasn't going to die until 2060, let's say, then that would have altered my projection and career choice afterwards. I wouldn't have been scared of falling off another roof. I just would have went back and continued working. If I knew that I wasn't going to die for an extended period of time. So that's where my mind goes. It's I would probably choose to not know.
You would choose to not know and to age.
Yeah, I would choose the regular experience.
It's hard because it's one thing if you hear, hey, you're gonna die when you're 90, it's oh, that's cool. I'm
gonna be reckless.
I'm happy to know that everything's great. But then if they're oh, you're gonna die at 48, it's well, I wish I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. If you're gonna die next year, obviously that's a really bet. You're not going to age that much.
But is it? Because if you knew you only had a year to live, how many cancer movies have been made where they live their best life for the last year?
Am I opening up?
Oh my God! How many Make-A-Wish foundations?
It doesn't even matter, brother.
I'm meeting John Cena 3 times.
Oh my God! But isn't that such an interesting question?
The Make-A-Wish John Cena reference is gold.
Thank you. No, he's a good dude.
Oh, that's so funny.
But so are you saying if I was gonna die in 40 years, I would be what I am right now for the next?
The thing
40 years?
is, as soon as you get the answer to that question, you're either immediately gonna know oh, that was a good thing to do or a bad thing to do.
But yes, Tom, you would stay your same physical age.
Yeah. So if you died at 90, you'd be like that until 90, and how good would that feel? And you would probably feel good about that. But imagine if they said, okay, you're gonna die when you're 51, and then be oh, I'm not gonna age that much in 9 years, right?
Yeah. See, I don't know. I think I have too much anxiety to know when I die. I think it would if I knew that I was gonna die.
But you wouldn't age. You could do so many other things. You could do so many things.
I disagree because time rules all. If I knew that I was going to die, let's just use a number, a slightly younger age.
I love this question. I don't know where this question came from. You know what I mean?
Let's say that I knew I was going to die at age 50. I would dramatically live my life different from now until the time I was 50. And I believe in things like the butterfly effect, right? And I think that like one course of action affects all. So if I know that it's going to affect every single decision, and then I can guarantee the last year of that life, like when I'm 49 going into 50, that is going to be the worst year of my life. Like, I'm going to know that death is imminent. I'm going to spend every single moment of the day that I'm going to die on edge. Like, I think it would be too much. I'd rather it be a sporadic, like, don't see it coming, or, you know, I guess if it's like through an illness or something like that, then I would see it coming. But yeah, I think I would choose that.
Actually, when I'm thinking about it, I guess I do remember why I thought about that question. It's so weird now that it came to mind.
Place said?
No, it was when I started my walk to pick up the car, and like immediately I saw this old man with like, it was he was on the sidewalk. It was like a very weird warmer day in January here in Ohio, and they were walking on the sidewalk, and the guy, he had a walker, and he could barely go like an inch at a time, and he had like this younger lady help him, and I just remember thinking like, dude, I don't know what I was thinking, but eventually came to that question.
Well, even just to be younger, like, well, and I don't know, man.
That's so weird that I remember that now. Like, I literally didn't remember it when I wrote down blah 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 blah. I just remembered it just now, and I was like, oh yeah, when I started my walk, that's what I saw, and it was probably like halfway. It's only like 0.3 miles.
Well, it's crazy, dude, because like the way things are moving with technology and like where we're going, like there are definitely companies that are looking into and believe that within the next 10-20 years we're going to be living a life where like bad eyesight doesn't exist anymore. Like certain regenerative cellular
I don't believe
things.
But also
mean,
go to Walmart
I don't believe that.
and see in the parking lot at Walmart, the people pushing in the carts are people that are like 80 years old and can barely walk and type of stuff, but they have to have a job. So it's like, it'd be nice to be able to walk.
That was the promise with AI. It's like, it's going to cure cancer and all this stuff. It's not coming.
I don't know.
It's just on the
But, like,
avenues that make the most money.
What do
and
you
it's not
what do you
curing
make
cancer.
of Elon Musk's Neuralink though? Bullshit, but it's helping paraplegics actually be able to function. Like that in of itself is
I don't know that. I would have to do more research in that. Like, if that's true, that's awesome.
He had the guy on Joe Rogan had the guy on the podcast. It was the first
How many
Neuralink guy.
Wasn't it a while ago?
Like
years ago?
Less than a year ago. A year and a half max. But he had him on. He's a paraplegic, and through the Neuralink can operate a computer with a screen and can still like surf the web, can still send emails. Like, you're adding a quality of life that would have never existed. Now, that is for someone who has a like disability or a
Neuralink plans high volume brain implant production by 2026. But okay, does this say that's going to heal anything that
I know that like when I first heard about Neuralink, the big sells on it were like helping paraplegics, helping people with Alzheimer's, helping people with blindness.
The implant is designed to help people with conditions such as spinal cord injury. So if that's the case, that's fine. But it seems like a lot of this technology and AI is just aimed at making more money for the shareholders and not so much like
yes, but I think that you're one step away from like making it to where if Neuralink gives you the eyesight of a hawk, or it can send a text message with thinking instead of pulling out a phone, if you can watch a YouTube video in your mind instead of pulling out a phone to watch it, like those are the benefits that I think are like one step away and could alter the culture and society in a way where everybody wants one. Look at what phones did. The second smartphones hit, it was every single parent's, not responsibility, but every single parent's like objective was to get a phone for themselves, get a phone for their teenager. And it had to be a smartphone because it had to have MySpace on it or Facebook on it. And I know that like I'm the youngest of us, so like that's more prominent in my generation. But like every single 15-year-old and 16-year-old had a smartphone when I was in school. And that had to be a thing. We had to keep up. We had to have the ability to go online. And I could see this being that next jump where like Elon Musk has said, where like you would be able to talk without words, and like being able to text in your mind and be able to read and do things in a quicker way. I could see potentially just being that next unforeseeable thing, like what smartphones were for me.
It's just like CRISPR. If you can like genetically engineering like a designer baby,
right,
things like that, is the things that are going to propel you the most in society are probably going to be afforded to by the elites, if it is such a benefit. And like you were saying, these neuro implants, it reminded me of CRISPR, which is just like genetically engineering, the perfect baby, or whatever baby you want to have.
Where do the morals come in then, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right, and that's my question. Like, what do you think of CRISPR itself? Like, is there a gray area, right, where let's say that you could stop any child from being mentally handicapped?
No, there's always a good.
That?
There's always a good premise to these things,
but
if they're distributed like to all the people that need them is my question, which probably not.
Well, the track record is very bleak in that regard.
Yeah.
But just in that one basis, like if you were running the country, you were able to make that decision, would you allow it on that level?
What do you mean?
Like just to cure diseases, if you could genetically engineer everyone's child.
But then you'd be stopping progress at a certain point, because like, well, what if you want your child to have blue eyes? You know what I mean?
But that's the question, because then you're moving the field goal post.
Right.
The second you get rid of diseases, then you're like, well, I want my kid to be at least 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
I want my kid,
and that's the whole point. So for those of you that don't know, CRISPR, the clustered regular, because I didn't know what CRISPR stood for either. Clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats, I guess, is a revolutionary genetic gene editing tool adapted from a natural bacteria immune systems. It's basically like you can control what the kid's gonna look like.
Yeah, like when you were in high school and you were taking biology and you did the whole like test where like you had to be paired up with someone and you ran your genes and like what your kid would look like exactly, and you figured out like where your eye color comes from, and I believe that like hair loss is from the mother's father, or like
that's true.
False.
Sure, but we
have the same mother's father.
I know. Look at me.
Look at me.
But it's those kinds of things, and editing genes in a way that you can predict what the child's outcome will be. And there's certain things that you can do with genes that will stop like mental retardation or a deficiency, or Crohn's disease, or there's a lot of different diseases.
I was born with a heart defect, right?
Yeah.
So I have a lot of empathy for things that they find, obviously, before the baby's born or even like immediately after, whatever. But like CRISPR can solve those problems, but then it's just like you have to like where does it stop? And you just can't like.
Well, and it's even similar. I didn't even think about this until now, but like I had pyloric stenosis when I was an infant, and it runs when you have a succession of firstborn males in a line of generations. And my father or my grandfather, my father were both firstborn males. I was the firstborn male. And the disease itself is when when you're born, your intestines are tied. So they had to cut open my stomach and untie my intestines. And that would be something that CRISPR would be able to undo in the gene sequence. So like both of us would have been better off, if you will. But like that's where the morals come in. Do you agree with like God's will, or do you agree with like changing it to get the best outcome?
It's a lie!
I was just gonna ask your opinion, Tom.
There you go.
My mom's dad and his dad all had a full head of hair, so it's bull crap.
Or your mom liked the mailman.
Oh my god.
Or no, your dad. Like,
Shut up, David.
no, that would have been different because your mom's side, so no.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, that was always the thing. Is everybody always said growing up, you have nothing to worry about. It all comes from your mom's side, and I was cool because I was like, cool. My mom's dad has a full head of hair. His dad died with a full head of hair. I started losing mine at like 23.
It just all dropped to your chin.
Yeah,
Look at you. You'll have a beard till the day you die.
Yeah, well, not if my wife has anything to do with it.
What, she wants you to cut off?
She hates it.
What?
She hates
oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Does she like it shorter, like my length, or
Yes.
does she not like it at all?
Did she ever know you without a beard?
I mean, like real close, but never. I mean, I've had it short, but it never like fully shaved. She likes it more shorter.
Like David's?
Yeah. Yeah. The other day I like kissed her and it went up and like into her glasses.
How are you kissing her, Tom?
Was it like a Batman? Was it like a Batman? Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Spider-Man. You hang it upside down?
It's just like I just rolled over to kiss her goodnight and it just went meh.
What'd you roll over like this?
You better put the Spider-Man. You better put the Spider-Man kiss in there, and then Photoshop a beard on Spider-Man.
No, but like I had no intentions to grow it out. It kind of happened, and then like she kept talking about how much she hated it. So I was like, well, I didn't care about it now, but now that you said you hate it, I kind of want to just keep it going. So,
do you have an end goal? Do you have like?
I never have an end goal.
How long would you let it get to before actually cutting it yourself? Like, when would it get bothersome to you?
I don't know. I thought it would by now. I need to go to a barber and like get it like trimmed because I don't do anything. I have like a set of trimmers that I would just let it grow and then just shave it back down to whatever that was.
Yeah.
So I would like to go get it like shaped and like look decent, but I had no intentions of it. I have no idea when I will. At this point, it's like I feel like my face would look like it was this big and it would just be really weird.
It would be like one of those like Instagram videos where the dad comes out after not shaving.
And the kids cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the kids are like, who are
yeah.
you?
Hudson would cry, dude.
Like, wait, I didn't know you didn't have a chin.
Hudson would
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah. No, you're almost at a braiding level. You could almost get a solid like.
I saw a picture
like
of you
Nordic
with beads
braid.
in your beard.
With
on
the
Christmas?
ornaments.
Yeah.
Their little ornaments.
Show it. Yeah, you guys show it right here.
Yeah,
show it
I'll
right here.
show it up. Yeah, they're little like clip-on ornaments.
Oh, those are clip-on? I thought they were actually
No, they're little clip-on
beaded
ornaments.
in your
I got
beards.
them the first year Alex and I were together. I bought them or we found them somewhere, and I wore them to her family's Christmas party, and it was a riot. Yeah, they're fun to wear, but they get annoying because they're like rattling.
Dude,
on
they
your
would look
face.
super annoying.
But they were.
I don't know who showed me
they
that
were a good
picture
time.
or where I saw it. I might have saw it on Instagram.
It may have been on a story somewhere.
Yeah, no, that's what David looked like.
Yeah, that's them. Mine didn't light up, but they were like the first three. Mainly, this middle picture is probably the best example, but I'll show the picture. I'm sure there's a picture of me with them. We're starting to record all of our big like family memories. So like this year for Christmas, I brought a GoPro and like hung it up and actually recorded Christmas morning with my family. So I know that there's plenty of pictures taken, and I had them in one of my parents too. So I'm ready to get on to the second one.
Hell yeah. All right, so I think this is going to be like as political as the last episode. We're going to pretty much talk about things that we were just like bullshitting about right before we were recording this. One of them was like dreams, kind of how weird they are, repetitive dreams, lucid dreaming. Yeah. Dreams are pretty interesting. I have like recently anxiety dreams. Me and David and Tom, we do wedding photography and videography, and it's pretty high stakes, a lot of stress, and sometimes
to say the least. Yeah, nothing like
you just wanna
capturing
do the
something
best.
that happens once in someone's life, right? And having to get it right.
Yeah,
no stress.
And sometimes that can bleed over into your dreams, and I dream very often, but most of them are pretty like benign dreams, like fun dreams, whatever dreams. I had this nightmare the other night where, and I've had this, oh, that was close, David. Salt on your finger gets that foam off the top, right?
It's been great.
That's perfect. Yeah,
I'm probably gonna let my camera
pretty
angle.
poor.
Oh man, it was close. I almost spilled it everywhere. Continue.
So this was like a nightmare, and one of these I've had like maybe 3 or 4 like wedding nightmares where we were hired to do photography or videography. I think I'm doing photography, and this one was just bizarre in its like cinematic theatrical aspects. It started off similar to where like the ceremony was going on, and I thought I was at a friend's wedding or someone whatever wedding, and then it dawned on me that I'm actually supposed to be capturing this wedding, and I was supposed to be capturing this wedding from like 2 hours ago when she was getting ready, and I'm seeing her walk down the aisle. And when I see her walk down the aisle and the ceremony starts, I'm like, oh my God, like, where's my camera? I know I brought my camera and I can't find my camera. So not only did I lose the beginning parts of the day, but I also can't find my camera, and I'm missing all the important moments. And then when the ceremony is over, I finally find my camera, and I'm like, oh my God. And now I'm like realizing like the bride's name and everything. And I see where she goes, like in a bridal suite or something. And I follow her into the bridal suite, and I'm like, I'm going to apologize. And, I get into the bridal suite and I close the door, and she's sitting there in front of a mirror, and all of a sudden, like, it's like bright in the room or whatever. And then like the closer I approach her, the darker and darker it gets. Okay. And she just, and then like and then it gets so dark where a spotlight has to be on her when I'm like right over her shoulder. And she's like, you missed the most important parts, and just was like, and she was saying the crazy stuff, like the stuff that made like my skin crawl. Like she was like insulting me and like being like demonic and just like, you missed everything and how dare you. And I just felt so bad. And then I finally woke up, and that was like, I've only had like 2 or 3 of those wedding dreams that really like stuck with me, stayed with me. And that was one of them. And it's just like, obviously that would never happen, but like, I think it just goes to show like the anxiety of like trying to like be perfect, right, in a day. Because we try to be perfect, right?
I don't think that there's any doubt that like you are a perfectionist. Yeah. Like that, I think that's why it seeps into your dreams in that way. And you know, the career choice of doing weddings like plays into that. It in a lot of ways takes a perfectionist to be a wedding photographer and videographer. I mean, both of them. Yeah. Just to capture something that's only going to happen once, you have to be perfect. Yeah. So it I don't know. I like the whole thought of dreams meaning more, or like being like a not like, you know, like the people that would like read your dreams and tell you what they meant and kind of stuff. I don't believe in like all of that per se, but I do think that certain parts of your subconscious do play into your dreams. And I could see that being like why that is so prominent, because like that would be your biggest fear. I've literally woken up on a Saturday morning to a text from you freaking out about how you thought that we were late to a wedding. Like I remember it actually like it was yesterday, because no, I'm sorry, it was a Sunday, because I was so off put by it, because for some reason you had thought that we booked like it was the same date but for the next month or something, and you had like sent me 2 texts, and I woke up and it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and not that I normally sleep in that late, but that's just what time it was that day. And I had to call you, or you had called me, and I was like, Jane, I looked on the drive on the schedule, like that it's July, not June, and we don't have a wedding day. And you were like, oh my God, thank you. Okay. I had to double check it. I had to make sure that we were all good. And like, I understand it. And I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. It's just, I could see that being like, that's definitely one of your bigger stretches. I could see that coming out in a nightmare for sure.
Yeah, it's bizarre. And one other quick one I had that I can sum up really quickly was we were on the dance floor during the reception, and I saw the mother of, this is another dream, by the way, disclosure. I saw the mother of the bride at like we were opposite corners of the dance floor, and we just locked eyes, and I could tell she was super mad at me for whatever reason. And I was like, why is she so mad at me? Why is she so mad at me? And I was like taking pictures, and then we locked eyes again, and she just looked like she was going to kill me. And then everyone disappeared from the dance floor, and she started like hovering over the dance floor. That's fun. And she just turned like translucent, and from like 0 to 100, she was like right at my face, like screaming, and she was like a banshee.
Oh, that's.
And then I woke up immediately.
Jeez Louise.
I know. And like, yeah, isn't that crazy? So I wanted to, and then dreams, and then I also have like a lucid dream moments. But I don't know if you guys have ever lucid dreamed before, but I have done it 2 or 3 times where, and this is how I've done it. So it's always been a bad situation, like a nightmare, and I'm always like, okay, it's going way too south for this to be real. And so I try to look around and see something that's like
Out of place.
like not real. And I see it, and then eventually shakes me out of it. But I'm like doing that purposefully. So yeah, lucid dreaming is when you become aware you're dreaming while the dream is happening, allowing you to do pretty much like what you want to do when you're dreaming.
Whatever you want. It is something that I have been so fascinated by. So I was actually introduced to lucid dreaming by my favorite horror series, The Conjuring. Or no, I'm sorry, not The Conjuring. What is? Oh, geez, why can't I think of the name of it now? Oh my God, oh man, I can't think of it. Hopefully Tom will be able to bring it up for me, but I can't think of the
Insidious.
Yes, Insidious, where it's all about his like dream, and he goes in like this different realm, and he was like chosen to be the person that could do this. But I don't really dream. I've had like a small handful of dreams with like one repeating dream that is rather insignificant. And so I've always been so fascinated by like the dreams that I have had. If I would have known that I was dreaming, it would have altered the dream incredibly. So like I've always wanted to, but the fact that I don't dream on a regular basis, I would say that I maybe have a dream once every couple months, and I'm lucky to remember it halfway through the day.
I dream all the time. I dream all the time.
Not something I tap into. It's not something I do.
No, I'm with David. You know, I'm sure. I know we dream, we just don't remember them. But I very, very rarely remember them. I know when I was quitting smoking cigarettes, if I fell asleep with my nicotine patch on, I would have terrible nightmares and like just the most vivid, wild, like acid trip like dreams that I've ever had, and they were terrifying. But as far as dreams, like I don't remember. I have a few like that I was scared of, or like reoccurring dreams when I was younger, but it's been a long, long time.
Yeah, I remember being told by my workout buddy Nick, shout out to Nick, who had brought up, similar to your like nicotine patch, he was talking about when people stopped smoking weed, that all of a sudden their dreams would come back. And that for, whatever reason, he had read an article, or, whether it was his own personal experience, when he stopped smoking, he actually was able to dream more often. And I'm not necessarily shy about it. Like through my fall, I medically used marijuana to help with aches and pains and all kinds of things with my back. So I've somewhat tested that, and it wasn't true for me personally, but dreams have not been a very prominent thing in my life.
See, I had the same experience as him when I wasn't, for whatever reason. That's when, like, not only was I not able to sleep, but then when I finally did, it was weird ass dreams. It was crazy.
Did the dreams themselves like change, or was it just the frequency of you?
It was just that
dreams?
I remembered having them.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it was that I was having them more or what, but I remember having them.
Yeah, like my wife has told me, apparently she's caught me 2 or 3 times now sleepwalking, where I'll be in a completely different state. She'll try to wake me up, and like I'll respond to her, just not making sense though. Like I'll respond in ways that aren't what she asked, kind of thing. And
it's like words that aren't actually words that make sense together.
Speaking in tongues.
Yeah. And I like talk in my dreams, or talk in my sleep apparently occasionally, but I never remember them. And to me, like sleepwalking is super like scary. Like if I were to just like Alex recalls this one time that I'm like, I don't know how you didn't like hit me with a baseball bat or something. Apparently I was standing at the foot of our bed, just like looking towards where we sleep. And she woke up and saw me and like tried to get like my attention, but I wasn't responding. And like at that point in the story, I'm already done. Like if I wake up and Alex is standing at the foot of our bed looking, and I go, Alex, hey, and you don't respond,
You're running.
Yes, I'm out the house immediately. Like,
Dude,
that's the reaction that I have.
scary.
But apparently then, like, I just walked to the edge of the bed and, like, just got back in bed. And I guess that I said something along the lines of, it's fine, just go back to sleep, and rolled over and started snoring.
What's that one movie where their significant other gets out of bed and they just stare at them for like 6 or 7 hours while they're sleeping, and it just is fast forwarded?
Wasn't that
Do you remember
Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, where
that
the,
sounds like
the
that's what it
black-haired
reminded me of.
lady is standing at the edge of the bed, just like swaying, and
Yeah.
it does like the time lapse.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's
It's
what it reminded me
creepy.
of.
But apparently, that's something that like I do, and I don't remember dreaming during it. I don't
Yeah.
remember doing it, and it's like not having the control is just so freaky to me on like my side of things, let alone being her who's like got her husband just like staring at her in the foot of their bed.
You reminded me of this one time I slept walk when I was like in grade school, like a very young child. My mom, this is gonna be kind of embarrassing, but it's pretty entertaining. My mom would iron clothes like in front of one of our doors in the first floor of our house, right in front of the door that leads to the garage, and around that place is a closet door, right? Mm-hmm. So there was a door that led to the garage. There was a closet door, all kind of where my mom was ironing clothes in the early morning, right before we went to school or whatever. This is when I was a child. I slept walked out of my bed downstairs past my mom. I was like, hey. when she was ironing, I was sleeping. I opened the closet door and I proceeded to piss inside the closet. Oh, nice. with my mom ironing right there. So I thought that was a funny. I think that's the only time I've ever slept walked. And I had, luckily I had someone there witnessing that.
I had a buddy who did that a few times drunk.
Oh yeah. It sounds like something you do drunk for sure. I was not drunk, but also I have this other reoccurring nightmare where I'm in college and I have no business being in college because I'm like, this is a waste of money. I don't want to be here. Like, why the fuck am I wasting all my time? Blah, blah, blah. But I live in like this huge house with all these empty rooms. And being in a big house, like this is why I could never even like living in a big house to me is not appealing whatsoever. It does not sound appealing. It sounds like a nightmare actually, because a lot of my nightmares, and this isn't even like the nightmares I have like going back to college, but like being in a big house with all these empty dark rooms that aren't being used or that I'm never in, just
having no idea what's in them.
Dude, freaks me the fuck out. When I see people like, oh, dude, this is my mansion, or this is my big ass house, I'm like, sucks to be you, dude. That gives me chills. I hate it.
That's so funny. I'm somewhat the opposite in the sense that I think it would be super cool to have like themed rooms, like for instance,
empty big rooms.
No. For
in
instance,
the dark.
In our house right now, like our attic is split into 2 rooms, and one of them serves as like Alex's closet, and she has like a bunch of like clothes that she doesn't normally wear, dresses, so on and so forth. And the other room is like my quote unquote music room. It's where I have my drum set and stuff like that. I'm not up there every day. I'm not up there every week. But I like having that room that has all of those things in it. So like I could see if I were to have now not like different wings in a house, but having like 7-8 different rooms. Like I could have like a vinyl room where I've got like a vinyl player, some beanbag chairs, like more of like a chill room. I could have, a video game room. I could have like all the rooms like separated. And I guess that's where my mind works. It like separates all of the things rather than just having like one chill spot where it has everything. But I could see there being like I could see that not being as nightmarish as you perceive it.
It gives me anxiety having all that responsibility, all that space.
Being married and having 4 kids, I just want one room to myself. Like I just want one place I can hang up my old artwork and cool stuff and
start digging a hole in the backyard.
Yeah. Maybe I'll make a she shed for myself.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that how like the traditional man cave is? Like give us the garage.
I'll
It's
take
not
whatever. I'm fine. I just need a little something.
Well, I absolutely love the theme of this episode being like dark and like we started off with like that question of like age and like knowing when you're gonna die or aging, and then like going into I actually started with me and my fiance watching those horror movies or horror video games.
Yeah.
Then we started talking about nightmares. I kind of like this like eerie, weird.
We'll see what
What
the
is
audience.
that? What was that? That scared me.
Silent Hill 3 Footsteps.
Oh God, yeah, that was in the headphones. I was like, oh, what the? No, this is like a dark and kind of spooky episode.
Yeah, this is almost like a Halloween special. We'll
I
have
should
to
have brought the Ouija board.
no.
I'll have to find that.
No.
but it finds you though. I think the Ouija board finds you. Yeah,
If
this is
that
kind of a
Ouija
dark
board
and
finds
spooky
me,
episode.
I'm leaving. Like that's as simple. I'm not f***ing around with a Ouija board with you guys. Like have fun.
I want to fuck around with the Ouija board with Tom. If you haven't watched our very first episode, Tom has a really interesting story about a Ouija board. So check out the
referring
first
to the
episode.
Halloween special.
the
That's one
Halloween
to
special.
catch. You'll hear some.
I'm getting like chills. Yeah, this was a spooky episode. I don't know why.
Oh jeez.
It's just a spooky one. Tom, are you gonna spook
Yes.
us even more with your last
Yes.
with your clip? Do you have a
Send
spooky
it-
clip?
Send us out here.
What if you
Tom.
had a spooky clip?
That would have been something.
Okay, what do you got for us?
would have been.
So everybody kind of knows those people that like tell jokes that are probably a little too far, but everybody's just like, oh, that's so and so. That's just how it is. So
Yeah.
that guy showed me this video, and I find it very enjoyable.
Unmute.
I haven't even hit play yet.
Yeah, well, I know you're supposed to do it for
Give
you.
him some time to cook.
They're your mayo mate. They're your egg boy. Your porcelain prince. Your little alabaster
What to call a
disaster.
white person?
They're Bayesian. They're Honky Kong. They're your precious little
Honky
pickleball.
Kong.
Aw, they're your snow bro. They're your paper skin champion. They're unmelanined. They're monochromed. They're the bleach boys. They're your plain bagel. They're an unseasoned veteran. They're a sort of casserole Casanova. They're your saltine side piece. They're your winter soldier. These are ways to refer to the white person in your life. They're your mayo mate. They're your egg boy. Your porcelain prince. Your little alabaster disaster. They're Bayesian. They're Honky
Bayesian.
The Bayesian might be great. Yeah.
Aw, they're your snow
Pickleballer,
They're
is that
your
what-
paper skin
Yeah.
champion. They're unmelanined. They're monochromed. They're the bleach
Unmelanined.
boys. They're your plain bagel. They're an unseasoned veteran.
Or these
They're
are
a sort
all
of
these are
casserole
all ways.
Casanova. They're your
These are all things you could call a ghost too.
Yeah,
Ooh, tying it back to the spooky theme. Your saltine side piece. That's my Casper, baby.
man.
Oh my gosh.
Good
Well,
deal. way to bring it home, Tom, with some
Or spookiness.
that was good, man.
God. That was good. Yeah.
Well,
I appreciate that. Some slight racism in there. Fantastic.
No.
Bunch of white people stuff. Surprise! He said saltine instead of crackers.
Tom.
And now our audience
Jesus
is
Christ.
jumping out of their seats.
All right. Well,
what an eerie episode for you all. We hope
Yes.
we hope you enjoyed. And while you're at it, while you're watching, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, for
comment,
us.
please.
And comment. Yeah, maybe let us know your scariest nightmare
Yeah.
or
Repeating nightmares.
if you've been able to
nightmare.
lucid dream.
you've been
If
able
you
to
have
lucid
any tactics to lucid dream more frequently.
What
I think we
happened
might
on
be
your last
interested.
oil change?
I have yet to go. yeah. Let us know how your last oil change went.
Or if anybody else had nightmares of Yoda as a kid.
Okay, Tom, you have to share.
Yeah, what are your Yoda nightmares?
Oh, I just was terrified of him as a kid. And
Why? Yoda's great.
And you had
Yeah.
nightmares? What about Baby Yoda? Did that remedy your Yoda?
No, I
fear?
never watched it. It was
Mandalorian
just-
is awesome.
What did
Shouts-
Yoda
shouts
tell
out?
you?
Shouts out, Mandalorian.
No, I don't really remember. I just know that my family always teases me because there was Yoda I had nightmares about, and then there was a comedy movie called High Spirits, and these nuns were floating, and they pushed Steve Gutenberg out of a window, but these nuns were just black balloons with the habits on them, and I was terrified, and my family had to tell me about Bambi and help calm me down.
That calmed you down?
No,
Being
it didn't
told about
work.
Bambi?
It didn't work. They tried. They tried.
Tom doing another amazing job at ending out
right.
this.
If you're wondering, because I surely am, High Spirits is a 1988 fantasy comedy film written and directed by Neil Jordan and starring whoever the fuck that is. It's an
comedy,
Irish
not
British.
horror.
Okay, whatever
the
fuck.
movie posters, them all on a floating bed.
Alright,
Let me
Tom.
see if I can find the nuns.
Tom, what is this?
Tom. All right. While Tom's finding the balloon nuns, I'm going to chug the rest of this beer, ladies and gentlemen, and watch.
Let's count. 3, 2, 1, 0. Almost a 4-second. Almost a 4-second car there.
Oh, they do look like.
That's
or what
terrifying.
is it? Is it a 3-second
That is
car?
terrifying.
Do you know what it is in a quarter mile? Is it a 4-second car? Think back to Fast and Furious.
10-second car.
Was it a 10-second car?
Yeah,
Or-
and family, and you live your life a quarter mile at a time.
Oh, jeez. God, Vin Diesel's best role.
Yeah, well, those nuns did look infuriating. But anyway, we appreciate the hangout. I think
Yeah,
we're wrapping
it's
this
been a
one
good
up.
time.
We're all
Been a
finishing off
good
our
time.
beers. David still has like a half. Do you want to try to? All right, I'm going to count
No.
you down.
No,
We got to
there's-
finish before the end of the episode. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Faster than me. He had more than me. Tom is already done. All right. With that being said, sweet dreams, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you have sweet dreams tonight. Thanks for the hangout.
See you guys.